Nick Bosa still does not have a deal with the San Francisco 49ers, I'm fairly positive they're going to get it done. They know that this is important for them. He's one of the best players in the league. But the thing for me, again, still doesn't have a deal with the Niners. He reportedly wants to clear the Aaron Donald deal. I don't know if he wants just a little more than $95 million over 3 years. I don't know if he wants just a little more than $31.6 million a year on his deal. Would you pay Nick Bosa more than Aaron Donald?
Yeah, he's younger and he's better. Yeah, right now. I mean, it was just he's defensive player of the year last year. Who was defensive player of the year? Was it Aaron Donald or was it Nick Bosa? It was Nick Bosa. And he's younger. Yeah, I mean, and he yes, I would pay him. If there's very few players you pay, in terms of
rushers, lockdown corners.
Yep. What I say, and then blindside tackle. Shout out to Michael Orr. So
you better stop it.
Yeah, get your money, King. Hey, get your money, King. Don't let them
straight up. I talked about it on the last show.
Yeah,
get your justice, bro.
So yeah, pay him, man. Are you kidding me? Like you and this when I saw this question, I said, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they paid him by the time we went on air.
Right.
Like, he
waiting.
will play week 1. They will not let this go into the season. Yeah. He will be there. I think the deal in terms of the money, I don't think they have a problem paying the money. I think they have a problem on how they're going to structure that contract.
Of course.
Because they have to have cap flexibility. So those are the salary cap gymnastics. So I'm sure they're going to see, they have to let some of these preseason games go because, now they have to cut people. They have to figure out who's doing what. So once all that is ironed out and they know who the team's going to be, then they will figure out the way to structure his contract that benefits everybody. So yeah, I have no issues. The Niners fans shouldn't be worried. Nick Bosa will be a Niner. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know Bosa will be a Niner as well. And I can tell as more paydays move through the NFL. And I'm not trying to be behind the times, right? Like we used to make fun of our parents for not texting and now they do. And you have NFTs coming out and it's like, hey, get your knowledge up because you don't want to be behind the curve, because things are advancing. And clearly the paydays in the NFL are advancing because, just as I look at it, I wouldn't want to pay him 31.6, 32 million, hell, maybe 35 million a year with the way that the market is going right now in the NFL. But he is trending in the direction, of course, that Aaron Donald was earlier in his career, minus missing the second year with the injury. But Aaron Donald's one of one. That's my thing. And I don't believe Bosa has shown to mimic that just yet. He is a great player, no doubt. I think it's a little unfair to say because we know that Aaron Donald just came off of injury, but the season before was absolutely great. We know he signed the deal, I think, after the 20.5 sack season, if I'm not mistaken. We know that clearly he's, arguably the second best defensive player of all time, as some people do say. He clearly is an absolute machine. But, and that might be an unfair comp, but I feel like I'd pay him between the $25 and $28 million range. I would pay him well, don't get me wrong. But of course, his holdout is justified, really, due to the paydays of the current defensive players. And when they sign their deals, NFL contracts are insane assets. They're ridiculously appreciating in value. And just kind of mentioning, the player salaries that we're up against. So Aaron Donald first, 31.7. TJ Watt second, 28 million. You got Joey Bosa, who struggles to stay healthy, signed a deal a few years ago for 27 million. We feel like that, Nick is better than his brother Joey. You got Myles Garrett, who signed the deal back in 2020 for 25 million. So you're talking about guys that signed for amounts a few years back. We've seen how paydays have gone up. So he's more than likely going to get that 30 to 32 or maybe even 33 a year. Again, does he want just how's he trying to clear the deal? Is it per year, total, guaranteed? Because again, the more that this stuff goes on, the more that we figured out about guaranteed money and these clauses and things that actually get worked in because the money is so ridiculous. So scale of 1 to 10, though, because we know that they're loaded defensively. And yes, he is arguably their best player. Scale of 1 to 10, how imperative is it for San Francisco to get this done before week 1?
Probably 10, because you don't want a player like that. You don't want to go into the season with already you have question marks. The one thing you have that's constant is the defense. So you don't want to cause issues with that. Right. So you lock that up. Again, we talked about it earlier. I believe in cautionary tales. The Raiders, the Oakland Raiders had this situation with or not the Oakland Raiders, the Chicago Bears had this situation with Khalil Mack. They didn't want to pay him what the market dictated. And he left and he went to the Raiders and then he ended up on the Chargers. So you cannot afford to miss out on a top 3 player at his position, at a position that affects the game solely. It's very rare that other than a quarterback, there's not many positions that one person can control the outcome of a game.
Yep.
And pass rusher, defensive end, whatever, that those a guy like Nick Bosa is one of those guys. So
Yep.
yeah, you pay him, and I agree. It'll probably be 30, to 32, 33, somewhere in there. But that's the market, man. Like I know
Yep.
that we're saying that's ridiculous, but
Right.
you listed those guys.
Yep.
If you look at those guys, if who's at 29, did you say? Who's at 29?
TJ.
Then
Aaron's
Nick
at 1
Bosa
with 31.6. TJ is at 2 with like 28 or 29.
Nick
Bosa's at
Bosa is better than
27.
Nick Bosa is better than TJ. Boom, 30 mil. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Get it done. Figure it out. That's all.
Mm. Do you really think Nick Bosa is better than TJ Watt?
Yeah, hell yeah.
How?
Hell yeah, bud.
You
Hell
got to be
yeah.
fucking with me right now.
Hell yeah, TJ's better.
You're
Hell
clowning,
yeah.
bro. You're clowning, bro.
This week, I want you to poll your audience, and I will
Uh-huh.
poll mine.
Okay,
Nick
that's
Bosa,
fair. I don't do polls usually, so I'm here for you.
who are you drafting? You need to draft somebody, TJ or Nick Bosa. I guarantee
Mm.
you it'll be Nick Bosa.
Wait, hold on. I might have heard you incorrectly. Wait. I thought you said
I said
Wait,
whoever.
did you say Nick Bosa was better than TJ?
Yes.
I thought you said fucking Joey was better
No,
than
no, no,
TJ.
no,
My
no,
bad. I
no.
was like, you
Hell
got to be
no.
kidding, bro. Joey,
Hell
like,
no. Hell no.
hell no.
Hell no.
No,
Joey
you're
should be giving
good.
some of that money back. That's how
Yeah,
it should be.
straight up. I would say Nick could definitely compete with TJ, no doubt. TJ's absolutely insane with the 22 and a half sacks, couple years back. But scale of 1 to 10, how imperative is it for San Francisco to get this done before week 1? I'm going to go 8 out of 10. And the only reason is because they have great pass rushers all around him. Javon Hargrave just came over from Philadelphia. Now, yes, Bosa is arguably the best player on the team, let alone the defense. The defense is elite, the best in the league, no doubt. And like you said, you don't want to break that continuity. We know the deal's going to get done, but I think this is more of a question of, are they going to do it soon? Are they going to do it once they iron out the depth chart, make some cuts, get some money available, and then they're like, all right, let's make the haul, let's do it. Shanahan, Lynch have said he's a special player. He's going to get what he deserves, no doubt. We know what Nick Bosa is. 18 and a half sacks in your 4th year in the league is very, very remarkable. I always wonder where he'd be now if he didn't miss the 2nd year after having 9 sacks in his rookie year and, of course, going to the Super Bowl, with the San Francisco 49ers.